Okay, so I made this tool to make it easier to make drill holes in a straight line. And then I made this other tool to make it easier to place the RGB strips on a line, a straight line. Yeah. So I will try to. I made drill holes to keep it in place, but I will try to freehand it for the first time. And it's the middle line, it's 12.5 centimeters from each direction. Yeah. So let's try to make a beautiful thing. Yeah, this isn't the tool for the job, but this was the tool I had at hand. I will probably cut here, so to save some memory. Okay, now I marked some holes, and I think they are visible. Yeah, at least some of them are visible. And now I will try to drill the holes. Okay, so I cut 2 holes because it's so tall. And yeah, so if I place this here, you can see that it works and is pretty accurate. And yeah, I will place this to mount the holder for the PCB behind. So it's, yeah, and then I will have another one above this one for the LEDs. Okay, so I added these. Yeah, I added the plate, so I can put the holder and mount the holder and mount the PCB on top of the holder. And then it's just needing to assemble it. Yeah, need to assemble it like so, and then somehow screw it together. Okay, so now I have assembled it, the frame. Yeah, I have assembled it and screwed it together. Now I will attach the holder for the PCB, and the holder has some nuts held in place by this hexagon shaped printed pocket in the plastic. So I will just screw this in place. And why I have the box is because I will need something to hold it against. And yeah, now I can check if the PCB fits in place. Yeah, now I need to remove this to put the PCB. Okay. So since the holes are 2.2 millimeters and these are M3, I will need a 3mm drill and drill the PCB. I will place the PCB here. Okay, so now I have a 3mm drill. Yeah, it's just trust me, it's 3mm. And I am recording, and then I will just drill these holes. I wonder if it's visible. Yeah, I can zoom a little bit. Yeah, if you haven't seen anyone drill before, then visit a better channel, because I'm terrible. And now I will attempt to... Yeah, I need longer screws. Now I found bigger screws, longer screws. I'll just put this in the right direction. Wonder, did it attach to the screw? No, it did not attach to the nut. Okay, so I guess I could try to... Yeah. I used longer ones, so I was hoping that it would just grip a hold of the nut, but I guess this is the tactic of just turn it upside down for it to locate the nut. That is annoying. That attached to nut, and I think this will also attach nut pretty simply. Yes, and the last one. The last one is always the hardest. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, now you can see that I can grip a hold of all of them. And that means that the nut is attached. And yeah, it's not perfectly centered, but it is wood crafting. And most importantly, it is pretty flush to the PCB, to the plywood. The PCB is pretty, there's not a lot of millimeters between the PCB and the plywood. Yeah, and that was what I aimed for. Now I just need to screw the other two screws. So I guess I need to remove this to put the remaining screws in place. I will probably remove this section later. Okay, now I will attach the 2 remaining screws. Yeah, this is annoying to have under it. And then you can use it manual, but yeah. Yeah, and that is done. I just realized that I wanted to show the... Yeah. One could have better length of screw, but you can barely notice them sticking out. And I will probably put a board over here. So it's not visible in the future. Okay, so I showed the LED frame yesterday, and these are the LEDs, and I'm going to attach them. I have 2 screws with washers on the back. I will show that later. But why I have put a lot of masking tape here is will be obvious because of this one. Yeah. I don't know how auditable I will be, but I think I don't need to talk too much. I will just show how I will solve this. Oh, yeah. I will just zoom out once. This is the solution. And now I will zoom in a little bit again. Okay, so starting the solution. Oh, wrong. And then I will spin down. Yeah. now I turned off the solution. And you can see I'm almost done. It's so sketchy. It feels extremely sketchy. And yeah, I know why it feels sketchy, because it is sketchy. Am I recording? Yes. Where are my nuts? Oh, under the glue. Under the glue. And yeah. Okay, so yeah, okay, so they are pretty centered. Is that visible? I will try to zoom. Yeah. They are pretty centered. But if you look here, it's not flexing anything at all, but I will probably still put a clamp here. Oops. Okay. So I have the clamp. The middle somewhere. Yeah, it's pretty important not to make it too hard. But yeah. And then I will just leave it somewhere. I don't know. Yeah, it should be fine like that. And then I will return tomorrow. So I mounted it like this to avoid it from getting too bended. And let's see if the glue actually worked or if I forgot the glue. Let's see so that I can see. Yeah. Alright. Hammer. Oh. Yeah. Seems to have gotten a bit stuck. So I would need something sharp and thin. It's just the tape. Ooh. Okay, so what went wrong here? The glue isn't very accurate here. Seems to have been a lot of glue right here, which would be, yeah, the glue is actually inside of the hole here. So there's, oh right, yeah, so there's glue around here that went, yeah, but I will try to make that better. Okay, so down, see if I did any kind of measurements. It's even close. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty centered. And how it looks on the other side. So yeah. Pretty accurate, I would say.